My name is Natasha Nyanin. I'm a writer. I'm a style enthusiast. I'm a baker. I seek beauty all around the world and I live to share it. Beauty is my ecstatic flash. In August last year, I turned 30. My initial plan was to travel, as I always do, to St. Lucia actually, to celebrate my birthday. I was had this elaborate plan. I was gonna have all my friends come to St. Lucia. I was gonna throw a big party in St. Lucia. And come July, about a month and a half before my birthday, I lost my job. So I had to decide for myself what was more important, the experience of traveling and being in a different, waking up on my 30th birthday in a different country, or being surrounded by the people that I felt the closest to and that I wanted to share that moment with. And so, money being an issue, I decided that I would just stay in Atlanta and celebrate here. I have wonderful friends who encouraged me to go ahead and celebrate my life and who came through for me emotionally, financially, in so many different ways. And so we decided to go ahead with it. Everybody that knows me knows that I love a production. I love to plan events. I love to see things take shape. I love the creative process of putting something like this together. I was 4 years old when my mother threw this party for her 40th birthday, this black tie event. It was spectacular. And I remember being so fascinated and drawn in by everybody dressed in their best regalia. We had, the men were dressed like penguins in their tuxes, and the ladies had their lovely gowns, and some of them were in traditional wear. My mother was in traditional wear, and it stuck with me. And I thought, I want to do this one day. I want to have this I want to have a party that celebrates beauty and allows us to elevate ourselves and enjoy ourselves at the same time. I was lucky enough to be pointed to the Mandarin Oriental Hotel in Atlanta. I love that hotel group, so I didn't even know that we had one in Atlanta, but a good friend of mine told me about the hotel, and I visited, and I was inspired because of the attention to luxury and detail that is espoused by that hotel, and everything about it was just so me, and it started to inspire me in terms of the ideas and how I wanted the event to be realized and what I wanted it to look like. So in planning the event, one of the big things was what was I going to wear for my 30th birthday party. It being black tie, I knew I had to come correct, as they say. And so I have a friend who she's one of my dressmakers in Ghana, and I kept sketching these. I knew I wanted to wear red. I knew I wanted to wear red and velvet because people have told me that red looks good on me. So I thought, why not red velvet? And so I'd been sketching some stuff and sending it to my friend Jane in Ghana, some ideas. And I knew what I had in mind, and I knew I wanted an elaborate bow, but we couldn't agree. I like things very streamlined, but with a flourish of drama. And then Jane was searching the internet and found this design on Pinterest and sent it to me. And I said, this is the dress, Jane. I mean, it was the idea I had, but just so cleanly realized that it was perfection. The dress was originally made in Ghana and came, and it was too tight because I'd been eating too many donuts. And so then I had to go to Miss Anne, my seamstress here, and say, please fix this dress. And she said, we have to remake the dress. And she had 24 hours, and she made this beautiful concoction that you see behind me. I mean, I don't know how she pulled it off, but I'm forever grateful for that woman and her artistry and her attention to detail. But anyway, so the dress was done, thankfully, in time. And when the idea for the tablescape came to me, because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, I was doing this on a serious budget, by the way. And so I knew that I wanted lots of candlelight, and I had to go very simple with the florals because, again, budget. And then it hit me. I said, oh, I know exactly what I'm going to do for this tablescape. I'm going to lug all of my books from my home to Mandarin Orientals. I had my friend Mom and my friend Rima. We gathered up all my fashion books, all my poetry books, and we created this tablescape of undulating stacks of books that spoke to the things that bring me joy and that inspire me. And we started the event with cocktails. We then sat to dinner, really quite simple, and it was lovely. My friend Mama's speech it certainly made me cry. I can't speak for everybody, and she was very emotional because she spoke about me being in a place of transition, having just lost my job, being in this mind frame where I was trying to figure out whether I was going to pursue a more artistic and creative career path or whether I was going to stick to what I sort of always felt I needed to do, which was to work in the sciences. And she encouraged me to go for it, and that I had so much living inside of me that I wanted to share with the world. And she said, you know, this is your time and I believe in you and you should do it. And it was lovely, and we all cried, and then we all drank champagne, and that's what matters. I was actually quite glad that I ended up doing this. Beauty is everywhere, but there's nothing wrong with creating that atmosphere around yourself to celebrate, you know, that kind of transcendence that beauty inspires, and gave all of us a little bit of inspiration to go out and live life artfully.